first fighter you remember seeing? Was it Gracie? Or?
It was Gracie. It was the very first one going, man, I could beat that guy.
Yeah.
That's
what everyone says.
And then, but at the time I think I could have still.
Okay.
Then actually I found John Lewis, which everybody in Las Vegas is probably migrated through one time or another. And then that's how I found jiu-jitsu, and then fell in love with jiu-jitsu, and then got really good at jiu-jitsu, and started training the UFC champions.
What year was that, Ryan? So you started training?
Probably, I think 2000, 2001.
When you fought in the IFL?
Fought in the IFL.
And the champ there?
I was a champ there.
Did you fight anybody that later was in the UFC?
I fought Arlovsky, I fought Jeff Munson, I fought Fabio Schurner, I fought Brad Irons. Let's see who else.
And you beat all those guys up to Arlovsky?
I lost to Jeff on a decision, but I look at it won.
Right.
So does Jeff look at it I won. Jeff will never fight me again.
Okay.
So I know that
Yeah.
I won that.
Okay.
Arlovsky, he won. I won the first round. He won the second.
Still mad about that stand-up?
It was a learning experience, so it made me a better fighter. I mean, am I mad about it? If I could go rewind everything, I wish I could take it back. Yes, but as in, it's going to make me a better fighter. You know, like one of those, like, could I take it back? Yes. But am I glad I went through that experience? Yes.
Around the time of, I think this was about 6 months ago, there's some press that came out about you saying that you've been turned down for the UFC because you didn't have the UFC look.
It wasn't like really turned down. It's more like, you know, Joe Silva talking about like you would look a lot better if you did. You know, when the UFC's was first making that. That's why Frank Mir became the poster boy. You know, back early in the 2000s, because that's what they wanted. Everybody wanted that movie star look. Mm-hmm. And it was it wasn't like this is what you need to do to get in it. It was more this is what you should do to kind of help promote yourself. And later I learned, actually, it's probably the worst thing from it. Just because my look is the most odd looking compared to everybody else. I'm the one that sticks out like a sore thumb. It's like being a Bob Sapp or a Halman Choi, type person. I stick out, but I can fight.
Is this validation for you being in this show? I mean, you've been around for a little while.
This is my leap of faith, for putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm getting a little bit older, and this is my last hurrah.
So this is make or break for you?
Not for the UFC, because outside the like I know I can fight with the best in the world. I already did that once, so it's I know I could. Styles make matches.
So you called them, or they called you?
On this is one of these that I called them just because I know it would be a good opportunity.
Because it is odd. I mean, for a guy this accomplished to be on a reality show. To me, there's guys on the show who have 3 fights. I mean, you've been in there with Andrei Arlovsky.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
but it's one of those things. It's if you look at everybody that's won the Ultimate Fighter, just look where they're at and financially too. So that's kind of my leap of faith. Like I know I can go make $200,000 a year fighting, but my ultimate goal is to be a millionaire. And my ultimate goal in this whole business is to make $10 million in my lifetime, which is at one time was $1 million. Now it's 10, because 10 is really not that that far off when you're looking at like where Chuck's making anywhere from 3 to 6 per fight. So it's it's pretty fair. And then when Randy's making 2.5, you know what I mean. But on the not on paper thing.
Do you guys know who you are around the house?
Huh?
Do you guys know who you are around the house?
People didn't know who Roy Nelson was, but everybody knew who Big Country was.
Interesting. Do you feel like, again, getting back to like your look sort of enables you to be that dark horse in any way?
Usually people, yeah. I mean, people look at my just the way I look and they go, man, there's no way he could be that athletic. And then when they see what I can do, they're like, can you show me that? Can you do that again? Or like, man, you hit like a back truck. And I'm not a striker. So I think it's kind of funny.
So it's going to be an interesting setup because you may look like the chubby guy and the guy who, like he said, people are going to overlook. But if I were you walking in, am I wrong in thinking that you're the favorite?
If you're an MMA guy, then you'd probably be right on. If you're a fan from the sport, they'd be like, "Who the hell is this fat guy?" And in turn, the thing about like our sport, it's it's entertainment value, and it's either they gotta love you or they gotta hate you. And as long as they're doing one or the other, you're okay. It's like professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be the heel or you got to be the hero. And I get a lot of people going, "Man, he's a fat fuck. I wish that fat fucker would just get his ass kicked." And then I got the other one, "That's me. That's fucking awesome. Do it again, rub his belly." And I like it.
So do you feel pressure? Because do you think you're the favorite?
I think I'm the favorite, but I don't. There's not really pressure here because it's like, it's like I said, it's a leap of faith. I know I have a job secure. I know I can fight the best of the best, and I'm not scared of nobody. So
It's calculated risk.
Yeah, it's a calculated risk, but it's not really a risk because either way, people are gonna know who Big Country is.
True.
I think his biggest shocker is, you react to this, his biggest shocker is Kimbo is on the show now because it came out yesterday. When they see you on the cast, MMA fans are going to be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is like when Dana said this will probably be the biggest season. I really just seeing Kimbo and myself on it. Like I thought I was going to be the guy that comes up behind the door.
Not quite.